Good morning to our Fintech Advisor readers. Today you are here with Ataman, Ersan, CMO of Her Age. Welcome, Ataman.
Hi, hello, Christina. Thank you for this opportunity. I'm really happy to talk for you and then all the people watching us. So thank you so much.
So let's start from you, Ataman. Can you introduce yourself to our audience?
So I'm Ataman Ersan. I'm 33 years old. I was born in Turkey. Lived in France for 8 years, especially in Paris. In the meantime, I had some experiences to live also in New York and London, but I finally found the happiness, let's say, in Milan, and finally I'm based in Milan. As you said, I'm Chief Marketing Officer for herage.com and also as well as the founding partner. It has been 8 months that I have been working at this role. I have always had fashion business background. I've always worked in this sector. I used to work for several different fashion brands and especially in the sales roles, mostly in Paris. I had the chance to work for the Maison and important brands such as Christian Dior, Saint Laurent, Lanvin for the wholesale activities. All of this because I already knew that I was going to grow in this field because my choice was really precise since the beginning, and the reason why I got my master's degree from Paris School of Business. In the heart of Paris. Then little by little, I grew in the sector, and now I'm in Milan, passionately working on our new business, which is herage.com.
So let's tell us about Her Age. How did the project start?
Actually, Herage was born in November 2020, exactly inside like when everywhere was COVID, when we were suffering a lot, and it was a really difficult period. It was really challenging for all of us and all over the world. I was in Milan at that time, like October, November, but I had also the challenging life situation, kind of also the personal life destiny, which was so similar to my partners, Alba Figueres and Alessandro Berna. It's interesting to say because Alba is Spanish, Alessandro is Italian and Turkish, so we have a really international gathering as a business partners. So actually it was like the sad times of COVID, especially in Milan with the curfew and everything. The only people that I was practically seeing was Alba and Alessandro everyday basis. And at that time, as I was saying, the personal life situation was so similar. We all left our jobs before COVID. Like we had also some challenging things in the family situation. For example, like my mother passed away. It was a similar situation for Alessandro. So that like during COVID, all the world negativeness and then plus our personal situation, we needed to do something together, seeing each other and then make the things better. Considering the fact that another similarity that we all worked in the fashion business. And then the fact that seeing each other every day during COVID and brainstorming, also considering the fact that from the family heritage, we had like really precious pieces. For example, Alessandro from his mother, like realized that, he had some haute couture pieces, important pieces. And then we realized that in the market, it was so difficult to find trustable platform to sell, especially which is like the trustable platform and the managed marketplace. It was so difficult because they were mostly the peer-to-peer, but the peer-to-peer business, like anyone can sell you anything if it's not really controlled and certified. So we realized that what we can do, how we can sell our let's say family fashion heritage at that moment, And then going this aim, we realized that also like the resale market was growing. It was even, especially during COVID, with the customer behavior changing, you know, the conscious consumerism was growing. We realized that according to the data, like it was growing, resale was growing 25 times faster than even the, you know, than retail. That means that brand new retail was behind the growth of the resale. And then we were seeing that also in the market. Of course, there are a lot of big actors that are like they are managing the wholesale secondhand market. But the thing is that we realized that there is also a possibility to differentiate and coming to the market with the, you know, the kind of different business model that can show our strength and enter in the market. So considering all this data, we said that why not to launch all together, especially gather our strength, our know-how, the possibilities, and seeing the gap in, let's not say the gap, but at least we saw in the market there is something to develop. And especially we decided if we align also through the technology that later on we can talk in detail, we saw that, okay, we have an mission. We want to contribute also to the environment, to the sustainability, because we realize that the consumers, they pay more attention to this kind of environmental issues. So we said, okay, we want to create a niche recommerce, we call it like this, recommerce that would value exclusive pre-owned fashion items. And then at the same time, we realized that this very luxury positioning is kind of missing, at least in Europe. Like, as I'm saying, controlled marketplace, that should be everything verified, technology and everything, that was kind of missing. So by the side, we wanted to make the experience of shopping like a more meaningful. Because why more meaningful? Because not only the customers, but also the vendors, they contribute directly to the sustainability. They share their wardrobe. They give a second life to the products. So bring this experience of shopping by focusing on quality and exclusivity rather than the quantity. So this became our motto. So yeah, this is less or more the idea how the heritage came out.
You said well that for fashion it's a very difficult time, pandemic, COVID, but you are a chance of new developing, and you offer opportunities, especially to private vendors and second-hand store. Can you describe more this aspect about your age?
Okay, so it's true that we give the opportunities to both of them, private vendors and second-hand stores. I would like to start with the private vendors because it's true that this is our core business, because like person by person, to give an opportunity to each one to express, to share their wardrobe, give a second line. It became really our mission, as well as I will explain the details for the second-hand stores, because it's true that we would like to give also the visibility for the second-hand stores. Like in all over the world, there are a lot of second-hand stores, but unfortunately, they're not always aligned with the e-commerce requirements and then, you know, the digital marketing. So first, the private vendors, heritage.com is full of opportunities, because first they can place their products, their clothes, bags, everything with a luxury positioning. Why? Because not only the services that we bring to not only to vendors, but also to customers, but also we have really filtered brand selection. We have strict price policies, but also based on our positioning, all the submission selection will be made one by one in a very cured way, because we will always prioritize those pieces who have more value to the vintage. Those are who are more rare, more like limited edition.
Unique.
Unique, exactly. So we would like to bring to our platform as much as possible to have uniqueness, the rarity. But at the same time, of course, we have other parameters like if the situation of the product, if it's never used, if it's used, and also the current value of the product. So we gather all the things, but of course we have some priority that help us to filter each submission. So as I'm saying again, our submission rules would be quite strict, but once you are inside the heritage, the customers and also the vendors know that they are sitting with other products with the correct value, with the fair market prices, in a safe place, which is controlled by the experts and certified. For the customer will know that, you know, they are buying the 100% original and authenticated products. So
it's safe for customers.
Exactly. So they will make the safe purchases. Other than this, we have other options for both, because we are always like creating circularity and interaction between vendor and the customer. We gave the same opportunities. For example, vendors will have the possibility to sell haute couture. In these days, most of the people, the ladies, they don't know where to sell their haute couture pieces. So we bring the platform, our platform that is haute couture owners can easily sell the haute couture pieces, and also it's a possibility for the haute couture lovers to find directly through on our top bar with just click and then filter all the haute couture pieces. So this is really important. Apart from this, I will come to the technology, but I want to give more specific details for the e-commerce options. For example, another filter that we have, and also where our name came, is the H filter. Is like simply each piece entering to heritage.com, which are submitted, approved, you know, passed from all these processes. Once they're approved and once they're online, it's possible for anyone to enter on heritage.com and filter the pieces based on their period of production. That means that, for example, tomorrow, if you want to find a brand with or let's say the jacket with a specific brand from the 70s, you can make a specific research through our H filter. And then I will explain you in the future ambitions also that we really want to create a big pool of data based on the period that will maybe in the future become a reference of research for the fashion students, fashion lovers, and fashion researchers to find the pieces based on the age of production or the period of production. We will even in the future, if it's possible, for example, create a blog for the pieces, in spectacular pieces sold on heritage.com, but we would like to explain their stories and everything. So this is another important. As I told you previously, one of our, I think, assets, and I can proudly say that we also right now, let's say, one of the unique NFT fashion marketplace. We provide the possibility for certain products based on criteria. It can be price, rarity, and everything. Not only the physical value, we also provide the non-fungible token, so the digital value. They are all secure in a blockchain on the wallet called Virgo, which is developed by our technology partner, LuxoChain. So we are providing all the technology from LuxoChain, which is really, really avant-garde technology company. So our users, not only because the vendors with the products with the right criteria can only also receive this service freely, so they can have an added value. For example, let's give a simple example. For example, you want to sell, let's say, that X brand bag on our platform, but you don't have steal the receipt and you don't even know, maybe it's a heritage from your grandmother and you want to sell it. First, you are not sure that it is original. We also, I forgot to mention, we also have just one click authentication. Just some people who just want to know if the products that they receive from some other people, they're authentic, they can also authenticate. But for those who want to sell, if the criteria are correct, we provide for their product through a QR code, readable QR code, to sell as an NFT, to provide the final customer also the NFT value coming with the authenticity certificate, which will always be secure in the blockchain. So they will always keep the final customers their property rights, their property key. Even, for example, the products that they will purchase on Herage.com will be ready for the second-hand market in advance. For example, someone buys, let's say, X bag with the NFT value, okay, in 7 months, got bored, can always sell on Herage, or even they want to transfer the property to someone else, they can assign the property to that person. So, and also they can resell on the second-hand market with the without losing the value, because there is the track of the purchase. So for us, it's kind of, I think also in the fashion sector, it's a kind of revolution. And the fact that having the NFT and aligned with the technology, you know that you know, the boom of the NFT sneakers and everything. I think the haute couture and also the very unique pieces deserve the same treatment as art pieces. So we believe that we are already aligned with the moment and also with the future. So this is one of the most important opportunities that we bring to the market. Apart from this, we have, we're gonna schedule the digital auctions through the important partners. For the moment, we are still contracting, but Herage.com will provide the small collections, will be sold on our partners, auction partners website, but our users can have the privilege to have an access for the sale of Herage.com private auctions through our partners. So this is another important opportunity. We have membership and loyalty programs, which is like a hybrid program. We are not limiting people, the users, to only purchase the membership, but they also grow inside our loyalty program. That more they are loyal, more they can unlock more services. This is really interesting. We are anything sold on Herage.com. Not only those who are in the criteria, not only they're going to receive NFT, but any item will be always authenticated. Always receive authentication, but especially the fair market appraisal. All of these are made by, proudly I want to mention his name, our expert Graham Westberger from United States. One by one, he is curing authentication, and as well as the fair market appraisal and also the certificates, and prepare everything to the NFT process. We are really proud of working with him, because he is I think one of the rare person now in the market who create the teams of authentication and who has a really big know-how. Apart from this, we have a strong counterfeit policy. So we really want to protect the intellectual property of each brand. So we will ask the consent of each submitter, each vendor, to make sure that property, the goods belong to them, and they are sure the authenticity before submitting. If they are not sure, they can always profit our authenticity services. They can just ask for authentication before submitting, because As we really want to avoid the circulation of the counterfeit goods, if we receive the submissions, counterfeit submissions, we based on the laws of European Union, we have the possibility of the stop the submission. So we have the possibility to take an action. So the reason why we are really committed to fight against the counterfeit, but not only for the intellectual property, but also for the, protect the rights of the people who are working meticulously in this sector, and also their rights, and also those people who are working in the secondhand, in the counterfeit sector, but they're not maybe properly paid. We want to avoid a lot of illegal actions through our strong counterfeit policy. So regarding the secondhand stores, of course, the biggest thing is that it's a hybrid selling program. That's like we are making periodically little selection of some amount of pieces from the secondhand stores. We give all the services from the still life photography and everything. So they have the possibility to sell always in their store, physical store, but as well as give online visibility to our website. Of course, once if the product sold on our website, and definitely we let them know, and they just need to ship. So it's like an asset-light model. That there is also for the shipping, there is a hassle-free, because the secondhand store, without shipping us the product, has the direct visibility to their goods. So yeah, this is really important, and little by little, we want to reach the biggest network possible through the secondhand stores who really need this visibility.
You have a great mission to improve the fashion market, and a lot of aspects and future to improve the possibility of business about private vendors and second-hand store. And it's very important to underline the possibility to check the value of the product, because if you check, it's a guarantee for sellers, it's a guarantee for final user, and the market is in health, is positive, and you can prove the value, of course, of all the parts and of the products. About your mission and your goals, well, the future, what are your goals?
So we really want to be pioneer for the NFT fashion, because we really want to develop that side that, fashion, this normally is, like comparing the other markets. Of course, it's open to the new opportunities, but sometimes remains a little bit classical way, and then sometimes can be comparing the other sectors can be a little bit behind because of this traditional way of growing. But now we realize that fashion is also would like to be aligned with the technology, and then we really want to expand the technology, the security, the certification, and everything, make sure that the fashion sector, especially online, is a secure place for the people, not only purchasing, but also the selling, without losing the value, and also gaining even the value through the non-fungible token. So it's an important mission to us to become the pioneer in the NFT fashion. And of course, for our users, we would like to become a marketplace that provides not only to customer, but also the vendor, the experiences with all comfort and safety. So this is one of the main goal. And then, of course, unique and trustable resale application, that providing 100% certified products to become the world reference for fashion. As I told you, we really want to become a world reference in terms of the information that we would like to provide with the rare and unique pieces. I said application because this is a future goal, because for the moment We have the desktop website as well as the mobile-friendly web application, web app. Any user can find on our web app the comfort of selling and buying as it's an application. But as much as our community grows, we would like to have the native application. This is another future goal that we would like to bring to our users. Another thing is that we want to constantly contribute to the circular fashion, do everything possible for the sustainability. Of course, we would like to, if it's possible, if everything is all right for us, if we have a bigger community, then maybe with our partners, create the charity auctions or like collect the garments for the people in need, or collaborate with the celebrities to through the charity auctions and bring more value and help people. This is another aim. For example, we also want to constantly grow, because this is all right that for the moment we have a really technology approach, but in the future, as much as we can, as much as we have the possibility, we would like to adapt all the new technology that for the moment maybe they are unknown. For example, also, which would be really interesting, especially for the sneaker lovers, to integrate some digital trials of the products to integrate on our platform, could be really interesting. There are some platforms, but you know, they are still so niche. So yeah, all the technology possible for the future we would like to integrate. We have a really young team, and we have a solid partners. So I think for the our business model, if in the future we really want to automatize all workflow and then attract the attention of the producer of fashion, because we realize that there are a lot of fashion brands, apart from creating the production, they also want to contribute to secondhand, collect directly the secondhand products, or apart from this, or since the supply chain, they wanted to identify their products as authenticated products. So create such a workflow that can be the model in the future for the other companies, that we can collaborate and work with them and show how to create a sustainable services as a business model. So yeah, if we have this know-how to transmit. And of course, as a very final but big aim to, let's say, a little bit on the financial side, to go public as a fixed aim to realize before 2030.
You are the perfect match of technology approach, but in the same time, attention to the customer needs with a very human feeling. And it's very beautiful to read, to listen to a company that is very near to this approach, because is the way to improve business for the company, of course, but also for the community around it.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ataman, for your time and to present Rage to our audience. And I hope to see you in the next future.
Thank you so much, Christina, for this opportunity. I really enjoyed this conversation, and then hope to see you soon.
Thanks to our reader, and see you soon.